But we are ready to go.
Get ready.
Yep. Well, in true authentic PS3 style, we might have a silence during the loading screen and then cut back to you when the race comes up, when we get into the qualifying bit.
I've noticed that happened. You cut out half conversation because of it. Looking forward to this.
Yep, should be good. Should be very good. Let's hope we're not building it up, but to let us down. But I don't think it will.
Yeah. Considering what all the other races have been like so far this week.
Yep, welcome to Bahrain for round 2 of the Formula 1 Championship from Sakhir. It's a dry qualifying, unsurprisingly, and can anyone stop Toro Rosso's dominance at a track that has already produced some fantastic racing across the leagues? I think you'll agree on that one.
Yeah, I definitely will. Last time out was our boy, German, who took the top step of the podium with his Toro Rosso team.
Yep, and it's a 18 minute qualifying session to decide who's on pole position. This is one of 2 leagues along with Formula 2 not running one-shot qualifying. Hopefully there'll be no glitches and we can have a carefree run to the start of the race.
This is also the only league in the KSL that runs with no assists in backs, and it's actually the first time I've been able to see any footage of these guys racing, so I'm looking forward to it.
I apologise if we have ignorance towards any of the drivers not really knowing what they're like, but yeah, you have to understand this is not a league that I wouldn't say gets advertised as much, but nevertheless, I mean, with such a big grid tonight, it promises to be a brilliant race, and we already have some cars out on track.
Yeah, we've got the 2 Toro Rossos out on track.
Yeah, bright and early.
I'm waiting to see the reigning champion, Speed Queen, and the Sauber go out on track personally.
Single cabin, a Mercedes, sorry, and iMaker's his teammate, both following each other out on track as well. So the Mercedes is out in formation there. Don't know if that was deliberate or planned. Do you want to follow one Toro Rosso and I'll follow the other?
Yeah, I'll follow Jamie.
That's brilliant because I'm on the other one. So that worked out very well.
Back straight about the starts flying out.
Our boy's a little bit behind. He's just on the back straight.
I believe he's going to be the first one to start his flying now. Get in early.
If you can get a banker in early, it puts some pressure off you for the rest of the qualifying session, which can be an important thing. You don't want to be scrapping around for a lap right at the end.
From what I know of Jamie, he's one of the guys I do know a little bit about. He's incredibly quick. Saw him in the Race of Champions in Abu Dhabi last season. Absolutely outstanding. He locks up slightly going to turn 4, however.
Our boy's just coming around the final corner to start his first fine lap. He's on the option tyre. I'm assuming Jeremy's on the same. Yep,
he's on the option. He's at 29.1 for his first sector. He looks like getting. And it's not the quickest first sector I've seen, but certainly competitive.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what is a quick sector time in these Toro Rossos.
Oh, of course, they are Toro Rossos, so 29, pretty good time.
So far looking decent from the German.
Getting the RFQ performance cars, so 29.1 is actually very good.
29.2 from our boy in the first sector.
Ooh, Jamie might catch up some traffic just as he ends the lap.
Hopefully they'll get out of the way if they can. Oh, big lock up there from our boy into the downhill left-hander.
And use a slipstream with Ferrari ahead of him. This is 1:32.8.
That's a solid time, I think, in this car.
Yeah, looking at the other sector time so far, that's a very good time.
Our boy's middle sector time is a 40.4. I'm not quite sure how that stacks up.
That's 0.04 of a second slower than James.
Ooh, that is very close. This could be all about the final sector then.
If you pick up another 10th or 2 in the last sector, you might beat this teammate here.
Oh, there's a Force India that went off and almost caught our boy then. Round the final corner. Does he go quicker than Jamie? He does.
32.8, he does.
They've done exactly the same time.
Exact same time.
That's incredibly close. Speed Queen is out on prime tyres to start her lap.
Reigning Formula 1 world champion.
So it'll be interesting to see how far she is off Vittorio Rosso's on the harder tyre.
Well, you don't assume she's not going to match their pace, but
yeah,
fairly up the road, then she should be okay.
The two Mercedes is a little off the front pace.
Turn 4 isn't going to help.
It's a second off in the first sector. I'll have a look. Let's see if there's anyone else about to do a lap. Jammy Bear comes across the line and goes P5 on a 37.5. That's a little way off at the moment.
I'm struggling to find anyone who's on a serious lap time at the moment.
I mean, with no assists, there's a potential for more errors maybe around the lap.
Yeah, I suppose. Just put a bit of throttle on too early and if your lap done for you just going to really tyres.
Speed Queen struggling on the prime tyres, the second off in both sectors so far. It's gonna.
They don't feel the weight those prime tyres.
No, she's gonna. I reckon she's gonna fit in around where the Mercedes are. Looking at these sector times so far, she comes round the final corner, down the pit straight, and this puts her into P6, just a little off the Mercedes. Our Turner's gone third while we were watching that.
It's another qualifying lap with the Red Bull. Iola's on his qualifying lap as well. Just about the end of the first sector. He does a 30 dead.
Oh, but got a bit out of shape there.
Yeah, that's not going to help his time at all. He even locks up in the next
Artman is on the prime tyre in the Lotus and he's coming around the final corner.
Let's see what can he do.
It's a 37.2. P7.
He'll put some ahead of the Ferrari of Jammy Bear.
It looks like I think both Mercedes might have done 2 fine laps and gone quicker on the second lap, which could be maybe a tactic used by more drivers.
I'm currently on board with Os Limas, the Portuguese driver, who's about to finish his lap and down the back straight, who locks up very heavily.
Following Iola, who's coming up to the final corner. It's not been a fantastic lap, but should get him into the mix. Here he goes across the line, and it is a 1:36.3 to go P7 just behind Speed Queen.
Lima's locked up again, going at the final corner. It was a 37.5. That's still last place.
But not too far off Jammy Bear.
No, not at all. It's 300 to the second off.
There's some very close battles there, like third and fourth for 1,000th of a second between them.
You've got 1 and 2 very close. Well, 1 and 2 identical actually. And 3, 4 and 5 very close. 5 and 6 not too far off, and 8, 9, 10 also very close.
I'm following Jammy Bear, who is on a better lap on the prime tyre.
I'm putting on board with the second Force India XX Cam Man XX.
Jammy Bear goes P7. Decent lap.
His first sector is a 30.1, that's quite competitive, I think.
Yeah, it's around the top 5, that first sector. Iola's gone for a second flying lap and is quicker in the middle sector, probably due to that mistake on the previous lap. Will he complete the lap? No, he's going into the pits.
Tam looked up heavily going into the hairpin, so lost a bit of time there.
Is this the Force India?
He then loses.
Yeah.
He then loses the back end.
Oh.
He's still losing the back end.
Very messy.
It's very easy to do when you've got no traction control.
It's not a worse middle sector considering the dramas.
No, it's the drifts around the lap.
A hello to Delana, who's watching the stream, who's just a message saying hello. So say hello back. 8th place then for the Force India.
36.3. You can certainly do better if he avoids his antics in sector 2.
Yep, definitely. He's only just off Iola, well, he's just ahead of Iola, shall I say? Which is, there seems to be a lot of drivers just so close to like another driver. But I believe the two Force Indias, not Force Indias, sorry, Toro Rossos are on another lap.
That'll be interesting. And just going to watch the end of Bennyville's lap time in the Williams in the hospital.
I'm going to follow Jamie, who's done a better sector time than our boy around the first sector. And he's currently second as well, so he needs to get ahead of his teammate if he can. Middle sector is good, but he went a bit wide. It was a purple middle sector. It's all going to come down to his final corner again, which could separate. He only needs to improve by 1,000th of a second. If he improves, he goes quickest.
Our boy's down by like 3/10 in the second sector.
Jamie goes. Oh, he does a 33.1. It was the last sector. He just made a little mistake. It cost him in the end. No improvements for them, and Jamie's gone off. So
our boy's still technically in the lead.
But I'm following Speed Queen, who's about to start a lap on option tyres. So this should be.
This will be interesting.
How much was she holding back on the prime tyres? This is going to be a very interesting lap.
Our boy just did a personal best first sector.
Bit of oversteer through the exit of turn 1, but apart from that, gathered it up nicely, and it's been looking a solid lap so far. Get the first sector time shortly. 29.6, that's about half a second off the fastest so far. Gotta say, one thing in comparison to the Toro Rossos, there's no lockups watching this lap. It's very, very tidy.
No, my will be very clean, but our boy's about to set new fastest lap, I believe. He's 10th up in both sectors. Oh, but
so
then he meets Mercedes coming into the final corner and vexes lap time.
Oh dear. And that was his second lap on those tyres. I mean, that would have been good.
Yep.
Speed Queen's done a solid middle sector, just 1/10 off. The two Toro Rossos, but had a bit of oversteer coming out the corner. She's just going down towards the last corner now. Throws it in. That looked fairly solid from my point of view. She's not going to go quickest, I don't think, but this could put a third, and it does. 1:33.8, a second off.
If it was through, and her lap was very smooth, then she might well be better on her tyres. It'll be interesting for this.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, definitely. There was no lock-up, so there was a little bit of oversteer at times, but it all looked very smooth. Jenson Button-esque driving.
There's certainly a variety of strategies you can do for this race. Some people prefer a 3-stop, some people prefer a 2-stop, and even if you do a 2-stop, you can choose which tyres you want to go with. You can go on 2 primes or 2 options. Very open.
Yeah, I mean, Chris's race yesterday got compromised a little bit, and he ran a successful 2-stopper, almost getting